Hey, let's see how everything holds up. New game, bit normal. I'm not gonna turn any of those things on because I do not feel comfortable enough to play these games like that. There's eternity.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
All right. Email. Oh, they have all the different races. Okay. Doors. Interesting. God like them. This are very different. Fine. Anyways. Classes are there. The ooh, Savannah Folk, Fighting Spirit, Hunter. Again, bonuses to accuracy and damage. Oh, just the human thing. Though there's a lot of classes. Barbarian. Enter. Cipher. Cipher was a class one of my friends told me I should look into. Viral soul focus. Please. Shift. Balls. Inner druid. Standard fighter looks like. Bunch of people. Um, enemies. Balls. Ranger, my typical go-to. We get an animal companion if I go Ranger. Hmm. These are also always a go for me. Hmm. Thanks. Stuff. Okay. Are always my default. Cipher would be interesting. Being a watcher from Child. Interesting too. Was barbarian slash fighter would always be fun. Do my default. Change my race real quick. It's probably elf. And it's far here. And there it is. and fifth. Logically. Accuracy selection. Ugh. I think I'm gonna do Wood Elf. Wood Elf Archer, like I'm playing Skyrim again. Encounter. Hobbled. 10 seconds. Hobbled characters have their dexterity reduced by 2, movement by 1.5, and flex by 20. Set. Damage bonus. Fierce Crush, Burn Shock, and Raw. New progress might be good. Slow things down, but Marked Prey would also be good. Ooh, it's got an interrupt value. Alright, one shot. Animal companion. Jeez. Brutal. If a ranger is ever killed, the animal companion immediately dies from grief. Okay. Yeah. Companions do high damage attacks more easily. And all enemies fired around the target. Or 50% endurance, enrage effects, kind of, and usually high damage. Superior texture damage. Probably wouldn't want to go as bear. Oop. Naturally superior defenses. Interesting. Oop. Bear companion. Like, who doesn't want bear? I just need something to, you know. Good question. What do I want to name my bear companion? Hmm. Let's think. About to just name it Big Bertha and bear. Yep. I recommended. Action speed. Yeah, perception for sure. Hmm. Yeah, sure, we'll see how that is. I don't know how much those affect things typically. You're in Deligo. Middle Plains. Old Vela. Yeah. Which culture heritage? The Ralatai. From the Living Lands. Good fire. Cool. Drifter. Box. Er, er, Interesting. Because they make you also be. Pretty good. Hmm. Darker. Yeah, that'll work. God likes. Can I?
I'm here.
Now I am the leader of the group.
Steady does it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm flattered.
You better run!
I'm flattered.
Yeah!
First 30 minutes spent in Garrett Masters. Address the group. Bedmaster. Scholars. Delivering.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
Nods to it. Like
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
Last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Nods and starts working over his shoulders.
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those
Nothing you
roots?
won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Who did
Got different
those?
names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much. Not if you hurry about your business, and not if the weather holds up.
Or elaborate.
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a Beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to. They don't got Audra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that. Hold on.
Pearson.
Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
Skins over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground.
Kalisha. Kalisha! He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
I'd be glad to.
Hey. I think these are all like, dang, a big party. Battle axe and torch. So, I don't want the space pig. Nice little cape. Standard.
Anyone need supply? Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road. Say, is there anything you need? I've got some... I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
We'll see. My family. Main character is a one.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
Lockpicks. Currently. Uh-oh. It goes faster. And there's the crossbow. Currently. Skill worker. But oh, that's better. Okay. One hit. Brazil 3, that's nice. Oh, so my bear. My bear pit. Yeah. Let's see if there's like a
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
it's technically true, yeah.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
World Science is
Yes?
That's true.
Hmm?
I'm here. I'm here. Yeah! I'd be glad to.
This is it.
It travels. if I was in a quiet place to live. And this way, but I always didn't like it. It's offer. The rest of the lot. Just passing through. Where are you headed? Probably wander for a while. March 2, we often start in Deerwood. Up in the Lane Land. Outside, there in a deer. Sharon Gildavale, she's a real homebody I have. Real homebody. I let her, she seemed afraid. But she asked me. And it's the middle. Anything for her, she's a much better woman than me, so I'm here. See. Not much for history, but I know it used to be part of the Adir Empire. After a war some years back, the locals were sacrificing. They like it. Red camp. You know, I wouldn't look about that stuff in water anytime soon. This is what it feels like when we check up on him first, slap him around a little. First.
We should.
Ah, burned ladies. Might be helpful. I don't know if you'll be able to make food for me like Canon vowed. Uh-oh. I mean, year is for year.
Still waiting on Sparfell, which means he's ignored me again. If I'd known he wanted to slow us down, I'd have just tied him to the back of the wagon and dragged him. I'm sorry, you want your water, you better go.
Shit, come on, let's go look for him.
Okay. I just ran out there and didn't see anyone. But I guess that's the trigger to spawn them. Let's see. Gotta find him. Gotta find him. Over here. Okay. Dude, go. Not. Port of your. Don't know if I just completely missed him by the river.
Not looking forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Must have just not seen him when I was walking by. Oh, it's gonna actually let me go across the bridge now. It wasn't earlier.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the wall. Sparfle? Are you...
Rocky classes forward and heap to their ship up to its shoulders. Enemy flag. We're just dead.
Ambush!
Thothan. Okay.
What you need?
You go attack that. Where you'll go attack that.
I'm here.
Over here. And this one percentage of the incoming damage you'll hear. You hear your character complaining about it when it happens. Take heed. Which type that's being blocked and switch to weapon or spell that does different damage type. Ah. Cool. Interesting, interesting.
I'm here.
Come
At
on,
once.
we have to get back to camp.
Well, I'll loot these guys first. Then we can get back to camp. Anyone else out here? Like walk back to camp and everybody's gonna be dead or something. Well, there's definitely fighting noises going on.
Hmm?
I'm here. Yes?
Hmm?
I'm here.
Okay. This guy's dead. Oh my goodness.
Yes?
Give all those to you.
Certainly.
I oh, need to do that. Colors. Nice. What's that? Paper. A handful of dark figures stand. The fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes and biceps from half-split logs. Certainly an image. One of them towering and here with thick beard tassels Knots holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Hidden, last of your caravan left standing. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Hmm. Many just like you. Kills are sloppy. The wounds on these people are inefficient and off target. This is untested medic. Constant carelessness. See whose courage is a mask. He shows Hidden towards you, and as he does, the man rakes his blade against Hidden. So, Hidden screams and stumbles forward. A wide gash in his skin. The bloom comes in. Hate you. Handle the leader. Bear, you go fight that hunter.
I'm here.
Hmm?
Very hard to click on some of these guys sometimes.
I'm here.
And it's also when the other dead, his breath comes in a wheezing fit. You, this guy above. Give us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good, the gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, bending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin. Where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom slashed across chest and bow, the demon's body stirs, and with great effort, he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. Looks directly
Get inside! Run!
at you. Okay. Wild storms, man. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet. With every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. The last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Hayden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. Nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who have been feigning death lunges for Hayden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Dang, I don't have enough dexterity. Hayden lashes out against his fatigued assailant but struggles to break his hold. In position, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Hayden loose. Lurching to his feet, Hayden clambers up the base of the rocks. He nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. Diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it, securing his other hand. But with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Hayden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. You dart beneath the old archway, and the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
I'd be glad to.
Just got leather armor. Daggers. Padded armor. Put on need the covering. All of it. No. Steel armor. Hold all the armor for now. Crafting system. Like change the color for one. That's kind of cool. I'm going to use WASD to move my camera around instead of arrow keys.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
Storm of a kind, they only get in Air Glenfath. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. Glenfathan word is Yoak. It's the gods' way of reaching the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. The living soul is seen as the dead one. Glenfathans, they'd be the hut dwellers Adima warned you about, look to be things of Galawan. They're the twitchiest of the lot. They're ruin to ruin looking for colonists. For Adima, I think half expected this once we lost the main road. I believe that Adima would never allow it. As much as the Fangs are hotheads, Glenfathans don't attack without being provoked. They saw something at the wrong idea, or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we do right now. What everyone else in Will's got a hold of them now. Let's grant them better luck in their next life. Where's it kept walking? Nothing else we've done. Other people you care about who still need you.
Could we maybe stay here and rest a few hours? I've lost some blood. It seems quiet off to the left. Might be a place to rest there.
I hate to say this, but we can't afford to stay put. Those Glonfathans were riled about something. Could be we got company in here. Looters will be armed and ready to kill, and there's probably a lot of them. We can't be caught sleeping in their beds.
Please, I just need to lie down for a while.
Maybe you didn't hear me. We are gonna die in here if we don't get moving and get this place figured out before the looters come back. We've either gotta find the exit or a damn good place to hide. This will be the end of us. No offense, but there's people out there I'd...
Thank you.
Camping cutscene.
By the god. Damn her. She took all our water.
Okay. Not angry Zarup, which is rare.
Wonder who was here. See if they left anything useful behind.
Chisel.
Look at the tiles. What are those symbols? They'll never know I'm here. That roundish symbol. I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there. They'll never know I'm here.
Journal. Goes into a different.
How can I help?
I'm here. I'm here.
Take a look at the wall. Think we could get through? I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner. How can I help?
I'm here. Yes? I'm here.
Do you feel that? There's a draft coming through that wall. I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
Ah!
I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
I want to know what's in that room, but I don't feel like trying to walk back.
That's for my friends! Yeah!
Figure it out though. Don't want to loot the body.
Ah! Yeah!
Apparently some noises that guy just made.
What's that muck on the wall?
Interesting. I wish I'd kept the third person party, but it is what it is.
You're quite friendly, aren't you? Yes? I'm here.
Poor Kalisha.
Oh. Rest in peace. She did. I want to go back. So, yeah, whatever. Made my decision.
How can I help?
I'm here.
Let's live with the fact that Kalisha is now dead because she ran off and tried to, go on her own. There's nobody to blame but herself. Interesting. Got like, or he's wearing a helmet. Emotionless Nimbus, what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it to what might be contemplation. At eventual point, your world is obscured from their view. Talk rose faded. Hunger.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Okay. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed. Walls lined with Audra and trimmed with copper. The chamber is unwet. Far in. A great pillar of Audra pierces from below. It's a shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Circling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted lines. Thoughts are yours and not yours. Seem to exist. Think them. Are all questions. It's a troubling question. Question that must be answered. Or. Face of the pillar now, you see a man with a big great beard and a ceremonial robe crowned with a strange ornament. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him. One question above all, and the question is badly in your mind. Audible. It doesn't hide. Movement flits through your periphery, but when quick sign of your gaze regularly darting this way. Yes. Dangerous to go without. Figures of the machines have frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is no seen. Interesting. It's not real quick. Check. Sure. Man hidden a short distance away in a shallow lake of his own blood. Body does not stir. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope for remove. Okay, so I guess it didn't matter which one I chose in that previous part, because they both died. Crossroad. Thing. Guess probably the rest of my stash then. Yeah, load up. Let's see. Six points. Here. Athletics. Class unlocked. Shit. Not bad. Accurate winning shot. Good idea. Let's see. Let's Radiance. Covering. Digit missiles. Anyways, Gallant's focus, not buffering. Probably going Resilient Companion here. Well, they do have the Arquebus and Marvelous and stuff in this game. I using an Arquebus in my Avowed playthrough right now. I think it'd be a fun one to use in this probably. Probably has a super long action time though. I'm gonna go Resilient Companion. What is going on? Yep. Let's fine. Need to pause it. Oh, interesting.
I'm here.
It's for stone, alder, and copper, and covered in strange glister and vibrates unusual energy. Plants in this plant.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Oh. The Valewood, I suppose. 6 hours clear from Solentilis to Valewood. I don't know how the timing stuff works in this game. Interesting. This does feel like I'm playing like the OG Baldur's Gate. Kinda cool. This mustache now. I'll keep one of these torches on me just in case.
Yes? Absolutely.
Okay, I'm not crazy. I saw that person walk over there.
Yes?
Dead body right there.
I'm here.
Party. Oh. Uh-oh. Outlaw.
I'm here.
Bear run at him.
I'm here. I'm here.
The bear. Thank you. Boom.
Yes?
Helmet. Look, now my guy has a helmet. I'm so far zoomed out, I kind of forget that I'm... The Endor, tending to the stew, looked up Strauss easy to approach. He tries his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. Oh, help me. One of the bandits gives Tenfith a kick as they pass him and he huddles.
I'm here. I'm here. here. That's on me. Yeah!
Kill him. Nice.
Perhaps rest is in order.
One of these guys got me. Well,
I'd be
not a
glad
whole
to.
lot. Oh, we'll use a hood. It would match better with what I'm. The little icon. All the armor and stuff I have. Good. More leather armor. What are different types of leather armor? That's interesting. It's kind of cool that they have different versions of them. Hood and cape, though. Yeah. Kind of look like Robin Hood now. Save.
Well met, friend.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life, or until they were bored with me, I suppose. I must get back home. I only hope they haven't hired a replacement. It's gassed. Listen, next time you're in Gilda stop by the Blackhound Inn. I'll let Pasca know that just what you've done for me. He'll do right by you in return. Oh, to be back at my oven again. A lot of stuff in here. Washed bodies. Okay, take a minute. I'll explore across the river. Anything over here? Wait. Just a young wolf. Fine. Wolf hide. Some of these.
Not a sound.
Button to highlight stuff. Oh crap. Oh well. There's a bit of a ghost out here. The wagon's wheels. North we go. Yeah, so it's an evidence. Cape. I'll go in there in a second. Boots over here first. It's a Zarab. Several Zarab. Yes, sir. All focusing my bear.
Yes?
Stand together!
Certainly.
Not bad, not bad.
Perhaps rest is in order.
Take all of it. Loot fiend over here. Do it later though. I need to camp. Like he keeps saying. Rest might be in order. Feeling major fatigue. Oh. Me. Oh, the Audra speaks to me. Do I feel less fatigue now? Yes, good. That is a bear. I am slightly scared of that bear. Where'd he go?
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, this is...
Ah!
You cannot venture forth while in combat. You cannot venture forth while in combat.
Yeah, okay. Don't go to cave. That was a bad idea.
At once.
Walk out of this cave. Probably need one more companion before I try to do something like that. Rest real quick though. 8 hours have passed. It is nighttime now. Check this place out. Grass. South to Goodville. I assume I'll be coming back here pretty soon.
I'm here.
Big Bertha is doing a good bit of damage.
At once.
Off to.
I'm here.
Those wolf hides. These will appear to have once encircled its entire glade. Only a small fragment remains that seriously into the top of the structure crumbled away. The bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. With the right tools, I might easily reach the top. Oh, sure, that's what I'll do. Okay, so I need gear before I try something like that. Let's go ahead and go to the Gilded Vale.
Certainly.
This town. Alright. Holy crap. It's an interesting series of events.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here. Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
Hollowborn.
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Raderick has made it his first priority to eliminate this. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst. His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
Curse upon the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. Little dumb things that breathe, barely, do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are disease, some say they are punishment from the gods. Truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the saints war. So the name, Widewind's legacy, stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. Old Redric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart.
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all. But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Don't mind where you mentioned that. Touching within ruins is dangerous. Oh, I saw someone attempting some new ritual to gods. Right. Bear that mercy. Certainly have. If you had been that close to Biolak, you wouldn't be standing here.
Keep out of...
Listen!
Two tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
And thus, at a time of mourning, legacy has struck at the heart. Its redeemers, our souls, and the spirit. No more details, and the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth. Perhaps that is not your concern. I'm sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest. In or stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. No more soon enough. Not happy. You run around town and talk to people. In the crops, occasionally he bends to examine a leaf up close. He has a watcher. He's no work. The man approaches from behind. He moves slowly, but does nothing to mask his approach. In his hand, he holds a large sword. There appears to be no malice or hatred in the air. He almost seems pleased. First man hears his approach and stands, turning away from the plant he was inspecting. His face breaks into a smile, and he opens his arms to welcome the approaching man. The smile freezes into a grimace. The second man thrusts the sword through his stomach, blade now protruding from his back. His arms slowly fall to the side, and blood starts to drip from the sword onto the plant bullet. First man cripples to his knee. The second pulls up the sword out. A tear slowly falling down the cheek. Still smiling. People gather around the ruins of a house. The destruction continues out from a single dwelling through the entire village. Not a single building still stands. Rubble is scattered everywhere. One of the men in the group leans over something in the debris. This man, younger, barely more than a boy. The man reaches out and shakes the boy by the shoulder. The boy makes no sound at his own. That's disturbance. And looks up at the other members of the group and shrugs, standing to rejoin friends. The boy suddenly sits up, eyes wide. He scrambles backwards away from the group, looking around in horror. The group moves here. He just closes his eyes and braces himself against the wall, expecting violence. Eventually, the woman's words work through the fear, and he hears her. He opens his tear-filled eyes and stares at her. Holds out a hand to him, looks at it, seems confused by the offer, then hesitantly reaches out. Leans down to help him. That was a lot.
I'm here.
A lot of text there. Dear wooden woman is standing from a fireplace, humming quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her humble child, for she is clearly quite pregnant.
How do you do?
Caravans? She looks at you hopefully. For damage by chance? Yes. Oh no. Traveling with one of the caravans. She sent a letter before she came. She said she was going to pay her way by working as a guard for the caravan master. One. What else suppose you've seen her on the road? The caravan, perhaps? And eyes wide with horror. For a few moments she can manage nothing but a string of voiceless gasping. Her eyes brimming with tears. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kaliska was always so certain she couldn't take on any danger. Oh, my poor sister. Sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive. Somewhere. Kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kaliska as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. There have been so many mothers, and Lord Raedric has exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. My half-lord gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. But Kaliska could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being hollow-born. She moves south to Anzalai Compass to see. Journey's too far for me. Can't make it as I am. No, no, so. Please, can you help me? I'll go for you. You will? Let's bless you. Here, I'll give you a coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. The drink she fashions out of, well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Unslug Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. But across the wilds to get there. Keeps me from trying it myself. Thank you again. Truly, you'll be saving us both. Okay. In. Loth. Before people gather by the door to the inn, raised voice and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. First figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood. His height and stature suggests an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Mocking us even while he shelters in our village, it just goes to show you what fancy your manners are worth. We don't take that kind of treatment, not from foreigners, and especially not from Adirans.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
This is unnecessary, which would be that drinking. I don't want to kill people. They attacked me first.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that. Awkward courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts. Though your accent...
Okay, after many months travel with all the work beneath it.
I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusser, at your service. I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here? In Gwithan Ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. In half the locals would arrest you for trespassing and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there? You do manage to find yourself in rather interesting predicaments. An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale. Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately. I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday. Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find... As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps... Excellent.
Alright, first companion. Like, actually take their... Okay. Town. West. What else is there? Loot. South. Full of Aethys. See a pennant waving tall. Guard of a small tree. The atmosphere is not yet. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with zest and zeal. Their head stands a commander, awkward in full armor, but determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile, twist mouth. Countenance grim, he throws up a hand, halting his troops. Silence falls among them, or dark thunder deepens. Orders them ready their weapons, spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, next twisting the source of this. The distance, dust and lightning rise from the ground. Clouds race towards them. Soldiers stand, all in this staccato movement of their breath betraying their nerves. Commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on the group. Invigorated and visible is the enemy. Also, their raised the battlefield. Allies glow. Light erupts from the ground, cutting and burning the creatures and syrups. Explodes 3 giant growths crawl from its. The man continues to chat, enthralled. Finally, the creatures have. Alice stand back as the man approaches it. Still chanting, he removes his hammer and swings at the orb. Raisins, the hammer connects with the head, waiting this bring his. The man crouching, superstitious and alone, a series of untamed fall that eyes are locked on. Terrible. Eyes half-lidded, or with fantastic blue and orange, sits on her shoulder, drilling gently. Trembling hands, broken birds, startled squirrel. Numgan half smiles, beckoning. face like figures. He does not speak as he approaches. His mouth is dripping sounds of awe and admiration. Waits, coy and agonizing slowness. Then something changes. He sees something hanging limply inside. Fingers suddenly claws and eyes black with hate. No time to reach axe or grimoire. Strikes. Just as soon as she strikes, and the evidence of her existence, shuddering wreck on the ground, grabs at his grimoire nevertheless, and words of a magical language. I follow. Silence faded. Turns and shrugs at someone or something, but if there is something there, you do. The wall towering top. And there's good luck and bad. Black Hammer Smithery remains. Come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. Stock's not what it used to be. Fine weapons and armor to offer yet. Right here at the Black Hammer. He's got like the special weapons and stuff. Unique arbalist. Minor protection, minor ring of protection, minor ring of deflection.
Hello.
Herb and grappling cook that. I'm gonna buy both of these because I feel like those are useful. I always buy as many useful items as I can. Let's go around this house. Non-ton and grid. One appeared to have been deep in conversation, holding two bulging satchels. Move to embrace until the woman knows you approach and pauses, her smile faltering.
Hail and well met.
Can we help you? You know this man, Nonton? Please so. Yes, I imagine so. Packing for a trip, actually. Meaning to visit Defiance Bay and... well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. Only that you'll want to be moving on as soon as you... well, seeing the tree, I imagine. The rock goes deeper. If you're looking for work, I'd say you have a better chance of it elsewhere. Okay, have fun. Don't let me bother you guys. Here. Percent. The result. See a key, turn gently and steady, and hear a ghostly click as the door swings inward. Two figures slip in, locking the door behind them, and begin their prowl. Their hunt is efficient, and it takes them little time to acquire a sizable collection of documents and oddly shaped velvet pouches. Quick hands fill pockets, rucksacks, bags. The door opens downstairs and everything freezes. Footsteps, a tired giggle. These are all eyes white and short breath as they empty your pocket, all but the necessities. Anything noisy, hurriedly replaced. Silence from downstairs, then tentative steps up the staircase. Voice calls out. These creep forward, the other gesticulating wildly for him. Return. And he's forward, crouching by the banister. Sees a gaudy shoe and shoves. The woman falls with a cut-off scream, rolling lifelessly to the floor below. Swearing, the second thief grabs her brother and they make their escape, collecting whatever value they can on the way out. They can on the way out. Alright. Oh, there's another person here. The crowded marketplace, vendors all lining the road. Predators' voices calling out to the passerby to come sample their wares. Runners through the throng, strolling in hand in hand. There's the vendors go staring at the merchants. Dude, that is way too much.
Aye? Yes?
I'm not reading that. Another good little save. Oh, something's happening at the windmill. We grow fat on our crops. First of you. First of you drunkers comes through that door, gets a shot between the eyes. Gods hear me. Swainer, I'll put you down like a dog. I'm away for now, lads. We'll be back, Trumbull, and we'll have fair prices. Or by the flame, we'll have a reckoning. Of a man stands before you, built through sloppy builds, suggesting a life of labor. Face pale and drawn, his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange words. There's a club as you enter, shakes violently in his grip. Back, if you value your life. Hold on, I'm not here to hurt anyone. Alright, don't tell me so. You got his claws on you. Living Gildedville, all of its shine scraped off. Just long now. Swainer thinks he's king of it. All. Sweet. Dwarf, the one standing out there spreading the lies among the villagers. Decades, and he hasn't gotten any kinder with time. And Swainer's gripped up to froth going on about the grain stores. Claims have hidden away most of it. All I do with the grain is to sell it. Can't create it out of thin air, and I can't hand it out to the farmers for the crops they bring in. That's how it comes out of the mill. Most of it goes to the Blackhound on the west side of town for Gale. The Swainer is a lot. Sure, don't mind that part. But our field in the wood in town, the crops blighted, and most of what I'm from the farmer. Gone off, rotted through. He won't listen to me anymore. Maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him I'll having a hard time of it and we'll have to make some sacrifices. Be in your debt for it if you can convince him. So there's probably in the black, whatever inn. It's under this underground of Eothas. Eyes resting against the wall. By the dim illumination of the fading sconces, he's a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeves soaked with blood. He sees an anxious glance as he his features twisted with pain. Have a care if you mean to go in. The place is not so empty as I thought. The temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best. Times being as they are. No looter, if that's what you're thinking. Not one of the faithful either. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up with it. Got my arm clawed up for it. Maybe you'd have better luck. Better luck with what? These ruins around us used to be a temple of Eothas, the scattered god. Grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over the Dyrwood, from Ridceras. Till the war, of course. Even then, you'd get some of the stubborn ones. The ones that couldn't get it through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Once the legacy started, Raedric decided he'd been too lenient on the Eothasians. He had his people go in and put them to the sword, left them down there, buried under a heap of rock. After that, Raedric ordered the temple sealed. In years like that, up until recently, Lord Raedric hopes that if we rededicate the temple to a living god, then given, and the legacy will end. But until then, the temple is as you see it, guarded. That's where you come in. Those priests, maybe they didn't have like a sense between them. Still didn't deserve to go like that. Down in their god's house. Doesn't sit right with me. You can get down there, find their remains. Maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. A small task. There's going in it for you if you need motivating. Search for the dead. I'll find them. Then by the flame, I owe you a good turn. Listen, the temple's been sealed off for so long, it's crawling with creatures. If you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They'll be there still, if they are anywhere. This priest had all kinds of secret chambers, switches in the wall, trick sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out. Take care down there. I wouldn't want to have to send someone else after your remains. I'll wait here by the stairs and keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up some. Okay. Okay.
Yes?
You do. Consult.
Yes?
Wait, not do that to me?
Yes?
I'm here.
No!
you! Yeah! I'm here.
Nothing I can do. Back. Oh, switched attack. You. Okay. Dude, why is he? Okay. Whatever works.
I'm here. I'd be glad to.
That didn't go too well. Can help that they were like.
I'm here.
Yes?
I'm here. That one hit true. Yeah! Curses!
Lava will be on seek!
To heal up.
That one hit true.
Okay.
I'll see what I can find.
Ah, damn, that's what it was. Those got to instruct the largest bill first rather than the second. Isn't it?
Aye?
Stand together!
How may I help?
I'm here. I'm stuck. That's it! I'm here. Absolutely.
Hold up for a second. No need to, you know, die for me. Oh, that's
Yes?
not terribly easy. I also don't have like a So that's a nice armor. There more. Okay. That's cool. Yeah. That is a lot of damage, but of course, if I don't want to catch my bear in it. Got a scepter and his grimoire. Rapier in the other one. Oh. Shit. That's how that works. Chrysolite. Crystals light the correct mosaic floor and shades of orange and a certain like something. This look on the air shimmers as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seem to pull together until a thin glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you can see the shape of a man, features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Who are you? Your voice sparks with movement, the spirit surges with a sudden, blazing light, and the next moment you are somewhere else, your mind assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You are in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd, spilling into the hall. Bodies press against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles, and the room is dark, save for the podium, lit from behind. Two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. The man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says. The Rectrix stands calm and unmoved. Strength will see you all through these dark times. Till the hope, a spark behind your ribs, somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. Spirit tears itself from you with sudden, dizzying force, and you find yourself back before the rune altar swaying. Spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. Good to know, but I don't suppose you could tell me what that was all about. I'm not really sure. It just started recently happening. Indeed, at the risk of sounding patronizing, you probably have that examined. It's a shame that Lord Radric's hanged half of Gilded Vale. The Valiant Dwarf might have known something about your condition.
Yes?
How may I help?
Got marked so fast. That's crazy. Okay. I'm learning how to play the game. Sometimes if they're bleeding, I just run and they just die. This guy's got some serious issues. Probably. Rest up. See if that helps. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with suffocating anxiety. Miss Rose screaming out of your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Head hangs limply to one side. Look at her, she looms, larger and larger into your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open. They are empty, and behind them is vast nothingness, and makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly part, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word. Watcher. Jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in a thick droplet. Droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face. You spoke with the magistrate. Called her an animancer. So it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension. You feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, and confirm she is truly dead. Nice. Survival. Add. Make. Athletics. Ooh, I get a class unlocked this time. Reducing accuracy but increasing fire rate and reload time with ranged weapons. Decorate with me. Ooh. Mark prey. Damage bonus on any creature from your damage over time effect. Ooh, that's pretty good. By lowering attack and reload rate, the range take more careful aim, accuracy, and damage. Rather swift aim, to be honest. I'm gonna go with Vicious Aim.
Yes?
Rude of it to attack me like that, but whatever.
Quietly now. Okay. See what's down here. Can't sneak in here. Oh, I'm here.
My goodness. I don't want to be here.
Yes?
A scary group of people.
Certainly.
Yes.
about to.
I will hit through. Arthek Worthen Roth!
Cast that one again.
How may I help?
I'm here. I feel off. I'm here.
Something.
I am surprised I managed to kill all of them. Although to be fair, most of that was because I tricking flamethrowed them to death. Yeah, that's probably fine. Oh, you have a lot of spells you can learn. Might not be bad. Actually, that would be pretty good. I want to do that. I need to go.
Yes?
Got two.
I'm here.
Oh, just a dwarf, a shimmering sight. Darker than sight. The sense within you of a powerful energy. Rolls the seas of grief as your own. Crashing wave, the energy surges towards you. Suddenly, where we use brightly lit stone cord, blind torches. You're running, steps echoing, stones around your sandals, fouling your steps. Late again. Right's going to be without you. Hear the tolling of a bell. Spirits lift as you recognize the familiar dwarf right hand, sending the first of the dawn star. Here and then a guy. Last. Hey, fiercely that this is the first of the chimes, not the last. Light phases is me. Ow. Wholly unnecessary.
I'm here.
How may I help?
I'm here. I'm here.
My guy is almost dead.
I'm here.
Nice.
It's no trouble. There you go.
Wait, I'd read this in this exact thing in one of the other Unavowed. Interesting.
I suppose it can't be helped.
Yeah, we'll pretend like I knew what I was doing there and didn't just get kind of lucky. Scared because those things were kind of hard to kill. Oh. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah. Keep going. What else is down these tunnels? A shadow. Chase me.
I'm here.
Yeah, okay. I don't have much in the way of making supplies left. Supplies. Oh, wait, one more.
Stand together!
I'm here.
Lava beyond seek!
I'm here. There's no help here.
Stand together!
Again.
Yes?
Yes?
I'm here.
Nothing I can do.
I'll see what I can find. Aye?
Yes?
Lava will be on seek! Yeah! Stand together!
I'm here.
Aye?
I'm here.
Aye?
At once.
Nice and quiet.
I suppose it can't be helped. Hope that helps.
Okay, interesting.
I'm glad we're traveling together too, but isn't this a bit much?
Feeling the strain. I'm here.
Of minor deflection. Bullocks, suppose.
Yes?
Nice and quiet. Aye?
Yes?
How may I help?
Stand together!
As Big Bertha's taking the damage, it's fine. Brilliant companion. Sleep though, my goodness. Got a confession.
Certainly.
I'll see what I can find.
Yeah, much I can explore for out to rest. Not gonna walk in there. No, I couldn't do that.
Curses!
I'm here. I'm here.
Thanks.
Yes?
I'm just gonna come back here in a little bit. Don't think you guys are quite ready for this.
I'm here.
That's anything. Good.
Hail, traveler. Hail, traveler.
Out too.
Greetings.
Help.
I'm here.
I'm gonna go sleep at the real quick. I'll be recovered without having to. Some fun background noise.
Good day, stranger.
House discount drinks rooms and city. Alright, back up. Well, I wouldn't see. Good students were coming from. Try someone your way. Good to work with. Nah. Then you make your party. Ooh, that's nice. One perception plus 1 mechanics for 2 turns, or plus 2 rest, or 12. You camping supplies while I'm at it. Oh, nice. Did I reach the maximum on that quickly? I want just a random party member right now. Could take one, but let's do Laborer's Rest. Tinfirth is back here. Good job, Tinfirth. Nice. What's stairs?
I suppose it can't be helped. I'm here.
I can pet the dog. Real quick, see if they have anything.
Welcome.
Sorry about the man's situation. Villages like this. Population. Maybe keep an eye out for a supply wagon or my chimp in at least. Heading through the meadow. Expect road for it. I'll see them back safe and sound. Yeah. Because at least I'll have much more to offer you. And if you buy my workers, you get back upside the head from me.
Hello.
Warbow. Like a better version of Warbow, I would take that, but her armor. Whatever. A little bit of money out of it though. I'm gonna see if I can go kill that bear though. Also, I need to go find this dead. The distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a crooked bough that sags the top. Blooded purple flesh of her neck worn away in patches like walking. Bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head rolls forward rigidly from one side to the other. Perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there's a tepid warmth to it. And you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but some aspect of yourself that has no earthly dimension. Your deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out towards all that lies between your awareness. Once you've expanded enough to reach her, there's a sudden jolt to your mind, bringing an electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness, space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. When you open it again, she's staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, body still swaying in a wind no longer feel for a tree, and in a misty void. The woman gives you a slow nod of her head, throat creaking as she does, smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes? The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on, some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder! Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties. You should see old Meerwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company. Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me now. Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die, and pick up pieces of others when we are born again. But less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think. Me? And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number. But I came here all the same because this was where help was needed. Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found? Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up. A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe this. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear. Of course, dear. Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
$17 and a half.
My dramatic story and lore dump there. Also, that just said I could capture people and put them in my stronghold once I get one. If so, that's pretty freaking sick.
I'm here. Stand together! Stand together!
Yes?
I shall deal with this one.
I'm here. Yes?
Nice. You're just suspended in the musty air of the cavern. The form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, and with a heavy chill. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you have been struck by a blow, head reeling as you tumble, hopelessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms the edge of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know, suddenly, that you have come a long way from the Vale, hunting deer. Now, you are standing before a cavern, and the darkness extends far into its depth. Even so, your friend strides out before you, red cloak flapping at its heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest as you look deeper into the cavern. The roar like thunder echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, flight, and escape. It glinted still, and there, and as a sudden, terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, fall. Thoughts are chaos, lanced through with pain, but a moment of terrible clarity. Your friend looked back from the mouth of the cavern. His dagger, daubed in crimson, to match his cloak. And then there's a great dark shape above you, and then there's more pain. You're thrown back to seemingly resentful force. Corpse lies at your feet, and the specter lingers. A band of energy between you both. You feel a sense of questioning, confusion, anger. Then lashing anger emanates from the spirit. Rage and grief seem to pour from your gleaming figure like smoke. Find him and see that he answers. Sun. Seems burn bright. Burn bright, and your head fills with sickly triumph. Spirit seems to weaken with the force of its own exaltation, growing fainter and fainter until you're alone once.
I shall be discreet.
Interesting. Plot thickens. To the west. Oh wait, hold on. One other thing I wanted to check. Wait, side the face of the wall and over the side. Ooh. Really not pick this up?
Not a sound.
Was just a flat +2 to dexterity. That's what I like to see. Covered the veil. Go to house. Can't find anything in here. Oh, I can't find anything in here, but Alright.
Gods keep you.
There's the interesting options. Get out of here. Open minor deflection.
Not a sound.
Nice stuff in this person's house. Steal all their goods. Okay. Oh. Alright, it's been fun. I need to got some stuff to do today, so I'm called here for joining.